horror games never died, but they're back, baby. Welcome back to Condemned.
City Crime War? Holy fuck!
So, you remember all those bums that were fighting us in the streets like 3 chapters ago when we literally had to bum fight our way out of the city?
Uh-huh.
Apparently they didn't stop, and everybody's going nuts.
So everyone's just fighting each other?
Yeah. It's just random crime sprees. Everybody's angry. Riots in the streets. It's all just happening out of nowhere.
You mean with my investigation?
Yes, among other things.
Odd.
It all has
There
to
was a
do
time I
with
thought
the
I
conclusion
was
of this
the best
game. Ah!
Now it seems they were interested in me for other.
It's not the wind, is it?
What do you mean?
No, it's
I
nothing like
saw
the
my
wind.
file.
There actually is
Apparently I'm some sort of
a
circus
legitimate
freak.
reason. It's a little
not be-
not sci-fi-ish, but it's a little bit.
I wonder how much they know of what is
You'll see.
Stupid?
happening.
Not
Stay
stupid.
away from the Bureau
I
as long
I
as
actually like this.
It's not like I have much choice, since they still think I killed those 2 officers.
Oh, yeah. I still killed those 2 officers and those 100 so people, but, those 2 officers, those are the ones that count the most.
By the way, props to the people in the comments who are keeping track of how many fatalities Ethan Thomas has racked up to this point.
This is Apple
Dear
Secret
God, you
Tuesday.
guys rock.
Stay on
You're the
your
true
toes.
hero.
I'll drop you off at the house and head
Now,
over to
the
bar.
reason I love this chapter is absolute golden shining example of why Condemned is better than Fear. This chapter is all about being alone in a house, searching for a serial killer who is also inside the house, but you don't know where he is.
That's every Friday night to me.
You live with a serial killer?
He lives with me.
This entire house is a puzzle.
Through the valley of the shadow of death,
I fear no evil.
I will spare no evil.
Spare, scare, see, flee.
Strange. It looks important, though. Look around. There may be more to this riddle.
Oh.
You get like a zero escape, seek a way out thing going, ah!
Yeah. Uh-huh. We gotta go find some hidden messages that are scattered all around the house. And thanks to that blacklight, we're able to see where we need to go.
There's a bird on the table.
Yep, so how this chapter is going to work, for completionist's sake, we're going to get all the collectibles first, and then we're going to solve the riddle of the house. So it's just to get all the collectibles out of the way, because there's no specific route that you need to take. This entire house is open to you from the very beginning, so I would suggest go and get all the collectibles and then do the rest of the house, because seriously, this chapter is that good.
Well, the word paths are intriguing enough.
It's interesting that somebody took the time to write all of these words all around the house, and that all leads to different places.
That dude must have had real bad carpal tunnel by the end of this.
He became the carpal tunnel killer. Ah!
Carpal spelled with a K.
Now, another thing I like about this level, and it actually has to do with playing by yourself, is the best way to find those pathways is to turn out all the lights. And when you have the volume turned up and you hear something creaking 1 floor above you, you're not alone in this house, and you have to turn off all the lights in order to find everything. It's pretty awesome.
Awesome, you mean terrifying, right?
I am so scared.
Well, I'm not, because, I'm not playing it, and, well, this is a pre-recorded episode, so I'm sure everything turns out alright at the end.
Oh god, I hope so. Oh, look, a bird in the
An
fridge.
empty fridge! Oh my god!
Yeah, no fridge racks, no nothing. Indiana Jones could hide in that thing.
I'm glad Resi 7 perfected the nasty horror fridge.
Well, not just a fridge, nasty horror house. Like, let's say this is a precursor to Resident Evil 7's dank house.
Like, this is, like... That one house is far more dilapidated than this entire city.
Agreed. Oh.
I made tea!
So I will say the basement is infested with little crawly dudes. So just be aware that they will continuously respawn. So in essence, Ethan Thomas can kill infinite people.
I've been in a lot of basements, and they are indeed filled with little crawly dudes.
Whether they be insect type or human type.
Or even dogs. Not very good on stealth, these Crowley guys.
They're mainly, you know, hit first, ask questions later, and please don't hit me, Mr. Thomas, not again.
Do they even know how to ask questions, or they just know?
Okay, you got a point there. All they know is hit.
I don't even think they're hitting. I think they just want to give you a hug.
With fire pokers?
But well, he's just getting hurt because of their, you know, meth addict cooties or whatever.
Oh, okay, so it's getting within proximity of these terrible people that we're actually getting a contact high or something like that.
Sheer body stench of these guys.
Yes,
Just,
the stank.
Oh, Crackdown.
I mean, this was the beginning of the Xbox 360, so yeah, Crackdown.
Nope, it said it's everyone's favorite co-op arcade shooter, Gold Detective Badge.
Game of the Year in 2006, surprisingly.
I preferred the 1996 original, Bronze Detective Badge.
You know, all the upgrades they made to get up to gold, pure.
Yeah, Silver was okay, but it didn't really run too well on Windows 2000.
And it's kind of like the black sheep of the series. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's not the best. I'd say it's only second best. That's why it's Silver, you know.
Yes, yes.
Can't wait for a Platinum Detective Badge to come out for PS4.
That would be awesome. Now, actually, with the advancements they're making, we're going to have to go all the way up to PS5, my friend.
Oh boy.
One thing you don't have to worry about in this level is the Crawley dudes will never leave the basement. So they are just down there.
I wonder why.
I don't know, maybe they're just afraid of kitchens. Maybe tiling gives them the spooks.
Yeah, I'm right terrified, dude.
This is a build-up. And that's another reason I like this level. It's all one big build-up.
Yeah, I know. It's just me setting up my, this is the best chapter, this is scary, okay, well, it's nothing great, and
Yeah,
then I get completely
okay,
surprised at the
sure.
end, you know. Alright, whatever you say, Mr. Horror Connoisseur.
I love horror games. That's why I'm sad when people say they died.
Then they rose like a zombie, or what the fuck ever.
I will say the drought of good horror games, because everybody thought horror was dead, it was kind of sad because everybody thought, hey, horror and action movie go great together. No, they don't!
So they thought horror games died because Dead Space 3 didn't do so well. I was like, well, that was a horror game, right?
No, it was a cash cow.
It's a co-op shooter. Maybe a decent co-op shooter if it weren't for all the fucking microtransactions.
Who said it? Who said the latest Alone in the Dark is a game where you're neither alone nor in the dark? Who said that?
I think that was Yahtzee.
That's what I thought, and that's what horror games became for a while. They all had to be co-op shooters.
Because it's more fun to play horror shooters together?
No! Horror games should be single-player experiences to scare the bejesus out of you.
And that's what this kind of is, you know?
That's why I love Condemned. That's why I love Resident Evil 7. Single-player scary game. Damn it.
Lamp-kicking simulators.
Fuck lamps. Fuck all lights. Kill them all. Oh, hey, look. Boom. Last of the metal pieces.
That one was the gay metal piece because it was in the closet.
But it had all eyes on it. So it was very open about it. We took it out of the closet. Oh.
I don't think they say anything anymore. I think they're just like scribbles at this point.
You start doing little loop-de-loops.
It's like he starts like going, you know, all will perish under the ideal of the Lord and our Savior of the dark demon of the... And then by the time he gets up the stairs, he's like, something or, you know, it's, well, you know, whatever. Bird. Silver bird. Yeah, there you go.
Not as good as Bronze Bird.
Nah.
Now, where the hell did that pathway go? Oh, there it is.
Aha.
Uh-oh.
What's that about, mate?
I come up here wanting to give you a hug and you shock me? Oh, I'm dead. Well, his weapons are kind of useless, but I'll take them just for the sake of completionist. So, that guy's been showing up a lot lately. I don't like it.
Stick, huh? I'm still kind of wrapping my head around that. It's just called a stick.
Yeah,
Not a shock rod, not a tompa rod, not a nightstick, just stick.
stick. Yep, metal stick. Not even metal stick. It's, as you said, stick.
A stick.jpg.
Let's see, slide the piano, turn off the light switch, open the door so we can actually get out. And now, since we have all the collectibles, we can start collecting the hints. So all of these pathways are leading to specific spots in the house where you can find parts of the poem.
To righteousness is leftishness?
A clue, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps. Maybe it's just a coincidence that they're spelled like that there in black light.
I'm wondering how they did that with all those papers in that stool there.
I tell you, being a cryptic serial killer is exhausting.
Do you know how much prep work this took? And this guy just knows where to go?
And you gotta also, depend on the fact that your cop isn't a fucking idiot, or he just calls for backup and hides outside all evening.
Like, what happens if he didn't bring the black light? Like, what are you gonna do then?
Keep looking.
It's like, there's nothing here, all clear, let's move on. And then he drives off, and like, what the fuck?
Come on! I set this up for him and everything!
Come on, see yourself to be to righteousness of the... Shit, I forgot. Hang on. Let me get that black light and find out.
There we go. But, by the way, this one right here is the most obnoxious to get because you keep getting hit by little dudes! Stop it! Okay.
Anyway, see yourself to be
See yourself
smacked in
to-
the face by a rod.
By the way, I'm gonna have to tell you, I had to record this episode twice because the first one became unusable. That's why the achievements look a little weird, because I had to manually crop those out of the old footage.
Oh, I noticed.
But, every single time I went for that hint down in the basement, I would always get jumped by, like, 2 dudes. Every time. They do not want you to get that one, apparently.
Fucking campers.
Spawn hacks. Ah, here we go.
That's not a clue. That's where I masturbate. It's called the Dark Path.
Sounds like a title to a video game. Jerking off in the hallway. The Dark Path.
To righteousness.
The Dark Path. My Guide to Masturbation 2018.
I'm running a
Bestseller.
lexical
New York
databases,
Times.
but not getting anything. Continue searching the house. Maybe it's
Game
leading to
hits the New York Times bestselling?
Sure, whatever. Maybe it can be an autobiography in the shape of a game.
It's a visual novel.
Somebody's auteur attempt.
It's like I could feel the meat inside of my hand. I knew that it was going to give me great pleasure. I do so love breakfast sausage, along with a side of eggs. Anyway, I masturbate frequently in my closet. It's called the Dark Path.
The 2018 Guide to Getting Breakfast and Jerking Off. Hey, that riddle you got? You can go find the solution right now, or what I like to do is go turn off all the lights in the house and pretend I don't know what that riddle means. Obviously, it's just me pretending. And wait for
Oh, it's a cereal guy!
wait for Rosa to give you the solution to the riddle. Yes, if you can't figure out the riddle, the completed riddle, you can actually wait and have Rosa just give you the answer.
The CIA mom just tells you the answer.
But I am glad she's not like, hey, dumbass, this is what you're supposed to do. No, she actually goes, so Ethan, I think I figured it out, because you obviously couldn't.
In truth, she figured out, like, the second you stepped inside. But she wanted to give you a chance. Just like, well, you know, he's been on the force for like 15 years, and he hasn't had a real breakthrough. I'll give him this.
Yeah, give him one chance, and only one chance. I've been watching him this entire time, so I want to see if he figures it out. Well, he picked up another giant board again.
Oh, great! He's checking the book textures. Okay, hey, Ethan.
Yeah. So, how did you get on the force?
How did you pass the police academy? There's a police academy? Oh, I watched all those movies.
I'm just thinking the only way he got into the force is because his mom has connections or something like that. Dad called in a few favors.
Thomas, I might have
There
some.
you go.
That phrase, the dark path to righteousness is beyond what you see yourself to be. Maybe it's silly, but think about it. Something in which you see yourself to be. Well, that could be a mirror or something reflective.
Again, I wish they would have put a little bit more effort in the voice acting, so I could put as much of a sarcastic drip as I could upon her. It's like, he's like, hey, maybe you should think about perhaps turning off the lights.
Guess what, Ethan? It's a mirror. Where have you seen one of those?
I like have her get more upset the longer it takes.
I would actually love that. Just a little more, and eventually, hey, dumbass. I just want that to be a solution at one point where a character completely breaks their monotone or however they're speaking, just goes, yeah, okay. But now we have found a secret lair.
Ooh.
Oh. And before you ask, no, you cannot enter that mirror until you find all 4 pieces of the riddle.
Oh, whatever. It's like, I solved your riddle. It's like, no, you didn't! This ain't it! You gotta figure it out for real! Show your work!
Oh, shit. 5 shots and a shotgun? Awesome.
Oh, you weren't supposed to find that! Can I have that back?
Mr. Serial Killer, you're really bad at this, aren't you?
Damn it.
Shit, no!
See, my older brother, Serial Killer he's really good at this. And, even my younger brother, Serial Killer Y, is doing real good too, but...
Image received.
It looks like it's about me.
It is. Did a quick scan. There's a few newspaper stories.
He circled them and put an exclamation mark on there. It's like, oh, gasp! Ah!
Things like that.
Oh my god, it's about Ethan.
This is not very subtle, Mr. Serial Killer X.
Some of these are circled.
No subtlety at all. He's been following Ethan Thomas for one reason and one reason only.
He's been following your life and career pretty closely.
Yeah, but why?
Then,
Maybe he likes
can you expect much subtlety from a guy who calls himself Serial Killer X?
Well, that's what we've been calling him. That's like a code name.
But
That's a fucking Zynga username.
seems more to it than that.
So what's up, guys? I'm Serial Killer X2122893.
420XXX.
You see this? I found out you're a bad cop. I went to the library to do that thing with newspapers and found you're a bad cop.
Fucking loser. Oh. Now, I will say there is a safe upstairs that needs this crowbar. And the hilarious thing is, get ready for war, because there's going to be a lot of dudes rushing this house for one reason or another. I haven't figured that part out yet. What the hell happened here?
He told them all that there was heroin here, free fentanyl.
Oh, fuck. That's why they're rushing the house.
The blue stuff is in the bathtub.
I can't take this anymore. My ears. My hands.
That sounds good.
Uh-huh, I think, we found the place where the torturer is being tortured. Oh, it's a shotgun! Imagine that.
Wow, I'm gonna forget about that guy I heard now.
I got a shotgun! Uh-oh.
But I don't even play piano.
Maybe that's how you get rid of the dudes, is you play piano really badly.
Yeah, just go up there, start playing The Entertainer, and then all of a sudden, the bums get turned into guys in suits. They go to Wall Street.
They get wonderful jobs, start a family.
And then they go crazy and kill everyone there.
Exactly. If this level is my favorite, I hate to say there is one issue with it. We need an axe to cut down the piano, but there is no axe in this house. So how do you get it?
You need an axe to cut down a...
You need an axe to...
Just move it!
I know. It should seem simple, but Mr. Ethan Thomas, he has to have a tool for the job, so we are waiting on a guy to jump through the window with a fire axe.
You're a special agent, not Tim the Tool Man!
I don't think so, Tim.
Every time he gets hit, he goes...
Dun 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 dun. Oh! Huh? Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for a guy to jump through the window with a fire axe, okay? Oh, What the?
I can't move this piano until I find a guy that has a fire axe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could use a shotgun to maybe damage the legs so I can move it a bit more. Maybe it'll, wiggle out of place, or maybe I could just use some excessive force. Nah. Or I could, like, climb over it or something ridiculous like that.
I mean, that is pretty ridiculous. Where are you coming in with these fancy ideas that smart people have? This is condemned, man.
I mean, it's almost as bad as the beginning of Silent Hill Downpour. You try to turn back from going to Silent Hill, a medium-sized tree falls in your way, and you're like, nope, not going that way.
Aw, darn it. Place blocking my path.
At least in Resi 4, the fucking bridge was out.
And they actually had an accompanying cutscene for it, too.
Uh-huh.
God, I love Resident Evil 4.
Same thing with Resi 7. It's like, you could have just gotten your car and drove away, but, well, we kind of took your car and now we crashed it.
Oops. Jack, you klutz. Why'd you have to break my car?
You got some kind of joke around his weapon, something about chairman of the board, but I don't know.
Nah, I mean, do you think the audience is bored by this point?
I'm just saying I let it sit, but, you know. Anyway, how are you today?
You know what? I'm doing fine. It's a lovely insert date here on, December insert number here.
20-something.
Wait, did he drop a fire axe? Was that our guy?
He knows what you want. No, that looks like a pipe.
Damn it. I could have sworn somebody came in with a fire axe. Oh, and, I would accuse this of arbitrarily extending an episode's length, but I just think, the game's along for the joke, and the fact that Ethan Thomas is a madman who will kill absolutely anybody to get his way. So this is just to increase the body count, because we haven't killed nearly enough people here.
You're telling me a sledgehammer couldn't do that?
No. Absolutely could only use a fire axe to move a piano.
I mean... He's just so rigid. He will not move an inch.
Nope. Ain't gonna move it.
It's like, the piano's in my way. I have to get a specific axe to knock down the barister so it'll keep going, instead of, climb the hell over it.
A special gameplay note, have full health when you come into this place, because we are identifying the torturer. He died.
Of course he did. Torturer got tortured.
He did.
Cross-referencing print. A positive match. This guy's Carl Anderson, the one the press calls the torturer.
Christ, it looks like serial killer X got to him.
Oh, that serial killer
Drove him to
X.
suicide,
Yeah, that
just like
scoundrel.
Anderson did to his victims.
Our man must
Alright, so this next series of cutscenes are some of my favorite in the game. So,
Alright, I'll sit back and enjoy then.
please do, because for all the jokes we've made at Ethan Thomas's expense, this is where they all come to
Talk
fruition.
Rosa. We're this close to getting the guy.
Alright, so we're this close. But now we're to being told to back off. We've come so far, so much blood on our hands.
That's right, taking away lab access right at the end. So we need to take matters into our own hands, and that's where it gets hilarious.
We're gonna start eating them.
Thomas.
Carl. Carl. Come on, Mr. Torturer. Don't you want to know what it feels like? We're not even half done. Carl. You know how this will end. I was put on this earth to bring you to justice. Your fate is in my hands.
It's like, to be a serial killer, I must think like one. I will paint myself in the blood of their victims.
Wait for it.
Now. You shouldn't have come here.
Go get him!
It's SKX!
Yes! We have painted ourselves and look like an absolute madman chasing down a serial killer with a fire poker!
I'll kill you.
Unfortunately, we ran out of stamina, so this kind of takes a little bit of the edge off, but just imagine this. You're chasing down a serial killer, but if you lose him, he starts chasing you. So now you need to find a way to lure him out, which, this open area, you can actually just wait for him to show up, or you can try and chase him down.
Come on, Seth! Stop playing around!
And I love how the music and distorted imagery just makes it look like Ethan's totally lost it. And at this point, I'm surprised he hasn't yet. But we found him! Let's take him down! Nope, not escaping. Stay here.
Boy, he is getting his left arm fucked up.
Fuck you! Ow! Oh!
He donged you on the head. Oh, real? What the hell?
Uh-oh.
Oh, looks like you fell on like broken glass or something.
Ouch. Ah!
Leland,
Oh, I thought that was it.
please listen to me. I am here to help.
Oh, Van Horn was looking for Serial Killer X because it's his nephew!
Dr. Loomis, no!
It pretty much is one of those situations, and look what happens.
Oh, well.
Yep, that's it. We're done with that. Now, really funny and really quick, we're not done with this chapter yet, because something happened in my first recording, and I can't believe I was able to salvage it.
Oh?
I got a glitch.
You got a glitch, I mean...
Really bad one, too.
Whoa, let's see.
If you don't have enough health, when Van Hort hits you over the head with a shovel, you die.
Well, of course you do. Oh.
That's not supposed to happen.
Well, it did happen.
But
Because
it's not supposed to, though. No matter how much health you have, you're supposed to stay alive because of the ending cutscene. He's just supposed to not knock you out, not kill you.
Well, Ethan Thomas, like many times in his life, he rolls a series of ones.
It also doesn't help that somehow I was losing more health than usual, so maybe that was it, but that's not supposed to happen.
Right, so they're cheaters.
Big, dumb, dirty, stupid cheaters. How could you?